All right, change of scenery. Um, for today's topic of discussion, we're gonna be talking about taking accountability within yourself, and I'm mainly gonna be focusing on trading in this video, but this can go for any online business, honestly. But what do I mean by taking accountability within yourself? When you're on the charts, or when you're doing anything that involves mental, like mentality at all, and emotion, you always don't want to blame yourself. It could be subconscious, or if you're mature enough you could mature and take accountability, you would know it's your fault. But for most people, it's hard for them to take accountability because they feel like it's never their fault, and that's their biggest issue. When you feel like it's never your fault, you get nowhere. You have to realize that sometimes you are the problem. There's times where you take a loss in trading and it is systematic, but there's other times where you get tilted and your mental gets flipped, and it's no longer systematic. At that point, it's your fault, but you can blame it on your system because there's coping mechanisms to it. It's like, oh, my system lost today, something like that. My system lost. It's okay, but whole time it could be because you're on tilt and you over traded or you over leverage. So what do I mean by taking accountability within yourself? I just focus on the trading aspect for 1 second. There it was. That's the trading aspect. Now, in every aspect of life, if you don't take accountability, you will get nowhere. In school, you hear this a lot. You hear your teachers to, whenever you cause a disturbance in the class, they want you to take accountability. And I mean, yeah, you could hate school, but that part of school it's really important. Taking accountability within yourself will take you so far in life. If you never take accountability within yourself, you never realize what's wrong with you and what problems you have. And if you can never assess your problems, you can never create a solution. The only way to make money, the only way to succeed, the only way to get anywhere is to find problems and find solutions to them. If you want to make if you want to manufacture something new, you have to find a problem that people have and create a solution. If you want to get better at trading and you suck at it, you have to find your problem and create a solution. If you want to get better at communication, you have to find your problem and find a solution. It's always about problem solving, but you can never find a solution if you don't think you have a problem. And that's the biggest problem people have. They never think they have a problem, or they know they have a problem, but never take accountability for it. So they end up going nowhere because they want to stay in the same position they are in life because they're comfortable with where they are. They don't feel like they need to do much more. I'm bad at communicating. I don't really talk too much, but it's okay. They cope. They just say it's fine. I can't communicate very well, but that's all right. It's a problem when it's what you want to do for a living. That's the biggest issue. When you're trading and you're like, I have this issue, but I'm not gonna care about it now. I'll care about it when it starts to matter. I'll care about it when it becomes a bigger problem. I'll care about it when I fail more. And then they stay there forever because they never start caring about it. If you don't assess the problem to begin with, it's just gonna become a bigger problem. It's just gonna keep going. If you can't find if you can't find your problem, that's a different situation. You can't take accountability for a problem you don't know you have. But that's not the hard part. The hard part isn't finding your problem. It's really easy to find your problem. It's when you find your problem, how are you going to solve it? That's where most people stay stuck. That's why 99% of traders fail. That's why 95% of, or is it 95 or 99% of online businesses or businesses fail? Because people can never take accountability and can't solve their own problems before solving the business's problem. Let's say your business is doing bad. Let's say you're not getting enough sales this month. You need to first assess the problem with you. Why aren't you able to make your business sell as much? And then figure out what the business's problem is. Because if you have a mental issue or if you have problems within yourself emotionally while having a business, you're never going to figure out the problem. You're just going to throw yourself down a spiral into hating your business and hating yourself, and you're going to quit. You need to assess what your issue is, assess that issue, find it, solve it. And to solve a problem, it's not as hard as you think. First, take accountability. Know it's your fault. Second, figure out the problem. Third, just write down the problem. write down what situation you have, write down your problem, and from there, it's so easy to find a solution. Especially before I wouldn't advertise AI that much, but honestly, if you have a problem, AI can help you. And if you don't want to use AI, find a mentor. A mentor is way better than AI because they have real experience. Find a mentor that does the same thing as you, and tell them your problem, and they'll assess the situation for you if you really can. But I'm not recommending a mentor. I'm not saying go pay for a mentor. It's really easy to assess your own situation. But let me give an example. I overtrade and I overleverage. Let's say I didn't know I overtraded and I overleveraged. Let's say I do 5 trades a day, 5 trades the next day, 5 trades the next day. Let's say my rule is let's say I don't have a rule. Right there. You don't have a rule. That's one problem. You're overtrading, that's another problem. And if you can't figure that out within the first week after all your losses stack up, that's a bigger issue. But that's not what we're focused on. Let's say you assess that. You figured out you overtrade, and you figured out that you don't have rules. What do? Let's write it down. I overtrade, I don't have rules. Okay. How do I fix overtrading? Okay. Let me make rules. You solved both problems. And let's say you make a rule for yourself, 2 trades a day or 1 trade a day, right? And with proper leverage, of course, a good risk manager. You create that rule and you follow it. There, you figured out the problem. You're done. All you have to do is follow your rules now. And it sounds so simple, but it's so hard when you're actually in the market. That's not what we're focused on right now, though. Boom, you solved a problem within a couple seconds. We just solved a problem. Right? Now, let's say you have any issue. Let's say you have an issue in school. You have bad grades, right? Let me write it down. I have a bad grade in math. So easy to simple. I'm going to stay after school for math. And it's really easy to say, but it's so much harder to do. This is a way easier example to explain. I'm going to stay after for math. You don't want to. I'm going to follow my rules. You don't want to. Those are 2 things that's where the discipline starts to play in. There's no type of dark motivation that's going to make you want to do those things. And I had someone comment on my other video talking about all of what I'm saying is guru BS. And partially correct. A lot of gurus do say this, but that guy, he is an OF manager, OnlyFans manager. He's lazy, which is what he said. I'm not calling him lazy. He said he goes out and parties and all that. Now, he fits it, right? He fits what an OF manager does. He's making $15K a month, which is good for him. But it really depends on how you want to make that money. Do you want to make that money while being disciplined and while being able to scale it? Or do you want to make that money while you're laying down in your bed, jerking my joint, have beer in my left hand, I'm drinking it and jerking it? Like, do you want to do that? Is that how you want your life to be? Assess your own situation. That's a problem you need to solve. Do you want to live like that? Or do you want to be the disciplined human being that's able to solve problems instantly? That guy I'm assuming there wasn't much problems to solve because from the sounds of it, he didn't sound very disciplined. But when there's problems to be solved and solutions to be made for those problems, you can go anywhere in life. Having the skill of problem solving will make you infinite amount of money. You will not stop making money with that when you have the ability to problem solve. That's really the point of this whole video. Be able to solve your own problems. Oh my god. Be able to solve your own problems, and you'll be able to go anywhere in life when you're able to solve your own problems. That's the end of this video. My phone's about to fall. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Watch the rest of my videos for more.